Have you ever wanted to be the very best like no one ever was? Me too! Then come join me on my journey to the top of the Pokemon trading card game live ladder, where we take a fresh account and try to get it from a lowly Togepi all the way to the Arceus rank. By studying the top tournament results and using some of the best decks in format, my name is Primetime Wizard TV, and welcome to my Arceus Arc. Hello once again, Pokemon fans, and welcome back to the Arceus Arc. Last time we went on a 4-game win streak with Tords EUIC Charizard EX deck, bringing us all the way to the Pikachu rank. Even if we were almost stopped by a tricky Gengar EX deck. If you want to check out that video, which contains a tip from Tord and the deck breakdown, definitely check out episode 1 here of the Arceus Arc. With that, I do want to push this deck to its limit, and I want to see how far we can get. Let's get to it. This deck seems unbeatable. It has all the right tools. I can see how it's the best deck in format. It sets up so consistently. It's unstoppable. I've won 9 straight games. What can stop this rampaging Charizard? We'll have to see. Will we get to 10? Won our first game of the day and essentially end on a 6-win streak. Good game to my opponent. Very, very cool ability. But we do win the game, and we win once again as we win another game here in the Arceus Arc. All right, Tails never fails, and it indeed does not. We're gonna opt to go second, and we want to see some buddies. We want to see an Arven. We want Arven to cook us a Buddy Poffin, and we got a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, it might be an Ultra Ball to instant charge angle. I'm gonna open with the Pidgey just because Call for Family is also not a bad attack. Heat Tackle is not a bad attack either. I guess the only one we didn't want to start with is the Bidoof because it evolves into Bibarel, which does have 2 retreat cost. So if you had a catch-22 option here where you didn't know what to start with, ideally it is Pidgey, good attack, and when it evolves it does have free retreat. And in any case, Charmander is your main attacker, so you want to protect those for sure. The only scenario where maybe you want to start Charmander instead is if you know for a fact your Pidgey is not going to get knocked out and you just want to start swinging with Charizard and you don't have like Pidgeot lined up. Like if all you had lined up was evolve Charizard EX, it might be okay, might be more ideal definitely then to start with the Charmander. Or if you think your opponent is going to, end with a Cleffa and you want to take that prize, then why not? Opponent does have the Buddy-Buddy Poffin here. That means we are playing. We are playing the mirror, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, this should be an interesting match then. This might be a tough one. Opponent opens up, not bad. Does have the Charmander, Pidgey, and the Rotom V. The next question is, how many anti-Charizard techs does my opponent have? As we also don't have that bad of a start for sure. We can even go Arven, Prime Catcher, Ultra Ball for Cleffa to draw more cards, but I think we're just going to end here. We're going to see what we draw first. Rare Candy is not too bad. We're going to go Charmander, Bidoof. I think the best we can do is just Arven here, just grab ourselves the Buddy-Buddy Poffin and the Forest Seal Stone. Could even get the Choice Belt in theory, maybe knock out the Rotom. But yeah, maybe we grab these. We grab Charmander and a Pidgey, right? We do have the Ultra Ball in hand, plus the Rare Candy. So our hand can technically go off next turn. There's nothing I want to Ultra Ball here. Maybe if I didn't grab a Seal Stone. Like the Ultra Ball is too punishing for me to grab Rotom. So this might be just an angle where I go Charmander plus another Pidgey. And it might just have to be a pass here. We could Ultra Ball for something like Lumineon next turn. That could be ideal as well. We have options. Let's see what our opponent does. Again, we did get to go second. Let's see if they have the Rare Candy into Charizard. They do have 8 cards in hand, so I wouldn't be surprised to see another Arven, maybe for another Buddy-Buddy Poffin, because they definitely need to set up another Charmander. We are threatening a potential knockout here, but it's going to be Cypher Maniac's code breaking, able to stack the deck here. And if it's just another instant charge, we have a very clean line of play where we just go Ultra Ball. Yeah, that might be the case here. It's going to be Ultra Ball for a way to Gust. All right. Okay, so we have a lot of cards. We can Ultra Ball for Pidgeot. Pidgeot for Arven. Has to be another Ultra Ball, though. Oh, give me a second. Give me 1 second. I feel like Ultra Ball is just too painful here. We'll go Ultra Ball, Jirachi, and the Super Rod. Might have to get Bibarel and hope to draw a little bit more. That could be an angle. I don't see a way to... Oh, no, I see it now. I do see it now. We could grab the Lumineon. Lumineon for Boss's Orders. Sealstone Charizard. Yeah, okay. That's the line here. It's not the cleanest, but I think that is the line. All right, we'll go Lumineon. Luminous Sign. It's very greedy, though. Definitely going on the aggressive, but my opponent has no Charizard. Only one Charmander. Yeah, we'll grab the Boss's Orders here. We have the Forest Seal Stone to work with. Forest Seal Stone grabs us Charizard. We have the Rare Candy. And we'll go Star Alchemy. Grab ourselves the Charizard. Again, this is a very greedy line of play where we go Rare Candy into a Charizard EX. But sometimes you go for it. You see a sign of weakness in your opponent's board. We'll go ahead and Infernal Rain here. 3 energies onto the Charizard and onto the Pidgey. We'll retreat here. I'll use the Boss's Orders, boss off the Charmeleon, and I'll leave the Charmander. I'll leave the Charmeleon in hand, just so that in case I draw into Ultra Ball, I can use it. We'll go ahead and knock out the lone Charmander, take our prize, and there it is. We do draw into the Ultra Ball, so this next turn we can Ultra Ball this Charmeleon, and whatever we draw, grab the Bibarel, and definitely profit from there. So the foresight definitely coming in clutch here, as my opponent now just promotes the Manaphy. I'm not opposed to that. They do have a Charmander to bench at the very least. So if we knock out the Manaphy, go to even. And the goal might just be to go the simple 2-2-2 route, as my opponent also does have the Forest Seal Stone. They had Charmander. Forest Seal Stone might have been something they drew off the instant charge for sure. And something they could do here is maybe Devo as well. That could be scary. A way to get back into... or get back some momentum, as it's just going to be a Rare Candy to Pidgeot. Pidgeot with the quick search ability, able to find anything they want from the deck. Not quite sure what they need just yet, though. We did, again, went very aggressive. We lost a couple of resources just to do that play where we had to lose the Super Rod. We're stuck with a board with double Pidgey. Yeah, we're stuck with a board with double Pidgey, and we're about to lose our Charmeleon. We could even maybe not opt to use this Ultra Ball, just take knockout Manaphy, evolve to Charmeleon. Could be a thing as well. Maybe we draw into something better. Let's see what we get, though. As energy attached now onto the Charmander. It's gonna be instant charge. You have 10 cards now in hand. Wouldn't mind drawing to something like an Iono. It's Counter Catcher. So if I Ultra Ball here, I lose Counter Catcher and the Charmeleon. Oh, that is a steep price, but we will pay. Grab the Bibarel. Very important card here. something we want to establish again is going to be our Pidgeot. So we do have Rare Candy Pidgeot. We can even Turo up the Lumineon and opt to discard that. I think I like that. Get that out of the way. Excuse me. As we are just going to go ahead and Turo up the Lumineon. Ultra Ball here. Grab ourselves the Pidgeot. Let's Rare Candy into the Pidgeot. Now that we have this, would have loved maybe to still have the Charmeleon in play, but this is what we have to work with. Do we get a Mander or do we get the Buddy? Let's get the Buddy thin out the deck. We only have one more Rare Candy to work with, so that's a little bit scary. That's something we have to keep in mind. Again, Devo should be a very... Oh, no, we have another candy in hand, excuse me. As we are just going to grab another Charmander. Just take this knockout here with the Burning Darkness attack. Go to even. We could line things up here. We could knock out the Rotom if they don't get it out of play, and then knock out a Pidgeot. See here, 11 cards in hand. You have to assume they have stuff to work with. We're down to even pricing now. Something I could do as well. There's a Rare Candy into Charizard. We could just start trading here, right? We could start attacking into their Charizard. Trade 2 for 2 that way. Very tense match. Even if we had the boss, we don't have the clear knockout just yet on the Rotom because they haven't taken any prize yet. And if we take 2 more prizes, go down to 2, something they could do is boss up the Pidgeot, which would be very scary. But so I don't mind just trading blows with a Charizard if I can establish a Charmeleon. That'd be more ideal. Because eventually we have to find a way to take our 4 prizes, right? The way we could line it up is either knockout Rotom, knockout Pidgeot. We could also, but we have to wait in any case. So why not hit into the Charizard and win in 3 attacks? Hit into Charizard twice and then knock out the Rotom. Ultra Ball there, grabbed. Didn't quite see, but if I had to guess, maybe a Charmeleon. Again, opponent's playing the Cypher Maniac, which is very interesting. It's a good combo, in theory, to draw with Instant Charge, but I feel would be just a little bit too slow. Because you're using a supporter plus an ability that ends your turn to get 2 cards into your hand. But it's also a great way to combo with something like a Bibarel. It's a great way to get a targeted search. So imagine you use Cypher Maniac. They have the Eerie. Great play there. Discards my 1 Rare Candy. So now I only have literally 1 Rare Candy left in the deck. If they attack here with... yeah, they could attack with... what do you call this? A Devolution, and we'd be in trouble. You get the Prime Catcher, another Rare Candy. I think here what we have to do now, I think we have to prepare it. We could knock out the Rotom here. We could knock out the Rotom. Then they knock us out, and then we wait until we can knock out the Pidgeot. That could be a thing. I actually do kind of like that play. Like at that point, we just be waiting to attack with the Radzard. This plays around like needing multiple candies. So I will grab the Choice Belt. Again, this is a very, very greedy play on our end. But it plays with what we have at the moment. So you get the free retreat into the Charizard. And we're just going to go for the Burning Darkness. 210 damage there, knocking out the Rotom thanks to the Choice Belt. We're going to do 2 prizes. And this is one of the scenarios where from here, I'm just going to start attacking with Heat Tackle or the Pidgeot to set up knockouts. Because we have time to work with. And oddly enough, the Charmander does exert some form of pressure. Excuse me. But now they have the choice. They can opt to knock out my Pidgeot, but there's a Charizard with 240 damage at the moment, and that is exactly what they're going to choose to knock out here. We can even bench the Cleffa to net us draws later down the line, but I like keeping the bench space open for... Yeah, I like keeping the bench space open for the Radiant Charizard. So here we can actually exert more pressure. Let's go Rare Candy Charizard. So here I'm gonna quick search. This is our last Rare Candy, so I need to establish a Charmeleon as well. So one of those cases where I am just gonna go grab a Super Rod. Got a little lucky there with the top deck. We'll Super Rod the Charmeleon and 2 energies. We'll Rare Candy Charizard. And that's our last Rare Candy. So if they play Devo, oh, that's going to be all she wrote for us. Get 2. And we're just going to go ahead and Iono here. Yes, it only gives us 2 cards, but allows us to draw more with the Bibarel. Maybe we should have Iono'd and then use the Pidgeot search. No, we're fine here. We're fine. We're just go ahead and Industrious Incisor. We want to draw into the Charmeleon. Fortunately, we don't quite get there, as we are just going to go ahead and Burning Darkness. And they're forced here. Yeah, well, Burning Darkness. They have to Devo. Devo is the only correct play now. But at the same time, we just wait then for a more opportune Charizard moment. Yeah, because that's 4 candies. And if they play Airy, you just have to assume they also play Devo. So we definitely can get punished here. We did a lot of greedy plays, but it's going to be Max Belt here. It could be Max Belt, Gust Up the Pidgeot. Right now, they're doing 210, 240, 290. Gust Up Pidgeot. But then, this Charizard has 240 damage. We have a Charizard EX in play. It's going to be Burning Darkness here. 350. Oh, because we don't have a clear knockout. Oh, this... Okay. So because we didn't establish... We're going to lose the game because we didn't establish a guy. But this is fine, I think. We could still technically come back for this. Because all we need to do is... We need to grab the correct card. So it has to be Pidgeot, quick search. And we grab the Radiant Charizard. Oh, we win. Excuse me. They're down to 2. We just grabbed the Radiant Charizard. I was trying to be cheeky here. And use Professor's Turo to save the Pidgeot and go down to like optimal pricing, just single prize board. But they're already at 2. I didn't realize. I thought we were much more ahead than that, where I just wanted to wait for 2 prizes and attack with Radiant Charizard. And with that, we do win the game. And that has to be the toughest match so far of the Arceus Arc, despite us being very ahead. All right. I definitely thought we were more ahead in that game, but they're down to 2, and the Charizard was the clear win. With that, we've made 10 straight wins with the Charizard EX deck. I mean, hey, it's the best deck in format. I expected nothing less. We're now in the Bulbasaur rank. We're a hop and a skip away from the Greninja rank, which is also in the next league. It's in the Great Ball League, so games should be starting to ramp up, get a little bit tougher. We'll feature a new deck next episode, and hopefully we can continue the streak. I have the deck lined up. It's a very, very interesting one, so you definitely have to tune in to find out. With that, I think there's some things, just final thoughts on the deck. Not much I'd really like to change. I think it was the perfect deck for that specific format, but in a more Charizard focused format, I think I'd like to see more Charizard EX counters. Maybe something like a Devolution or an Airy would be nice to slot in. Other than that, I think really good deck. Charizard EX, best second format. Everyone knew that. With that, I'll see you all next time. Thank you.